Good afternoon, Goddard fans. Joby Hodling here on KSVPTV.com as the Goddard Rockets are here in Lovington, New Mexico, getting ready to take on the Los Alamos Hilltoppers in the North-South Shootout. Yesterday's games got canceled due to the weather, so today the first round for the Rockets as they'll be playing Los Alamos here in about 4 or 5 minutes. Just checking in. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back, say, in 4 or 5 minutes. I'll be back live with the game.
I'd like to welcome you guys to this afternoon's matchup between Goddard Rockets and Los Alamos Hilltoppers. First, the visitors, number 2, Philip Lopez. Number 3, Blade Andreas. Number 22, Jordan Chavez. Number 30, Jose Bolas. Number 33, Josiah Castillo. Number 35, Aiden Love. Number 45, Dominic De Leon. Number 50, Kyle Mesquita. Number 55, Michael Gutierrez. And now for tonight's starting lineup, number 1, Eli Barncastle. Number 5, Joaquin Sanchez. Number 12, Isaiah Mestas. Number 23, Ezekiel Urola. And number 44, Bryce Loya. Head coach, Charles Ward. And now for the home team. Number 1, Dylan Baca. Number 10, Dylan Lovato. Number 13, Isaac Manzanares. Number 20, Bo Ward. Number 21, Moses Ward. Number 24, Ben Musa. And number 41, Rocco Del Mato. And for tonight's starting lineup, number 2, Andrew Montanari. Number 4, Lan Frazier. Number 5, Zachary Mauro. Number 33, Eddie Gartz. And number 44, Diego Garcia. Assistant coaches, Michael Club, Douglas Martin, Eric Martinez, Tommy Rivas, Jason Romero, head coach, DJ Bustos. Like to ask that you show respect to
All right, welcome back here to Lovington, New Mexico as the Goddard Rockets are playing the Los Alamos Hilltoppers. And the starters for the Hilltoppers, Frazier, Mauro, Manzanares, Gartz, and Garcia. And for the Goddard Rockets, Barncastle, Sanchez, Mestas, Barola, and Loya. And Loya getting ready to jump number 5, Morrow, and it's going to be won by the Rockets. Mestas in the backcourt goes to the left side. of the court as he got that ball. Now he's backing up, hounded out there. He's going to step through, but it's going to be taken away. Coming out of there with it is number 5, Morrow. Goes over to the right side. Back outside to Morrow. He's going to drive in on the right side, and he's going to try to do a push pass over across. It's tipped out of there by Sanchez of the Rockets, but it will remain their ball. So number 2 keying it in. Shot up, no good. That was Manzanares. Goddard with the rebound, and Loya got it to Mestis. Mestis back out to Loya, right side. He's going to hand it. Nope, he's going to go around the right side, go into the lane, stop. He slipped, and he fell down, and they called the travel on Bruce Loya. So it's Los Alamos ball as Manzanares will bring the ball across the timeline. Goes to the right side to Gartz. Gartz picked up over there by Sanchez. Now swings it over to the left side to Frazier. Frazier to Manzanares. Back out to Frazier. It's tipped away, but then it's stolen as number 12, Mestis, takes it, and he's going to go in on the right side, lay it up and in. 2-0 Goddard. First bucket of the ball game with 6:57 to go in the first period. Morrow brings it down, swings it over to Manzanares. He goes over to the left side, now down on the elbow to number 44. That was Garcia. Then the shot taken by Morrow. It comes up off the front of the rim. The long rebound goes to Mestis, and he goes up the right side. He goes into the lane, little jump stop, and they're going to call no shot but a foul on the floor. We'll see who they call that on. Called on number 5, Morrow. So Mestis will key it in on the right side baseline. He's looking, still looking, about to get the 5 count. Finally gets it in over the top to Barola. Barola gives a little head fake, goes into the lane, kicks it over to Mestis. And now he'll get it to Sanchez, hands it off to Barola. Barola back over to Mestis. Now outside to Barncastle. Barncastle down on the block, Loya. Right side, now he's going to back it out. He's picked up out there by Garcia, Diego Garcia. Cuts him off on the baseline, throws it, and that's going to be a turnover on Goddard. So good defense there by the Hilltoppers. So it'll be Morrow keying it in to Manzanares. Now back to Morrow, left side, into the corner. Frazier back out to Manzanares. Picks up his dribble. Skip over to Morrow. He's picked up out there by Mestis. Now drives into the lane, little stutter step, throws up a runner, and it's going to roll around and fall. So that ties it up 2-2. 5:41 and counting here as Goddard brings it up the floor quickly. Barola with the ball on the left wing, kicks it back out top to Mestis. Mestis picked up out there by Gartz. He goes into the right side, little stutter step up, and rebound comes down to Gartz. He'll push it up the floor. Now I'll slow it down and get it back to Manzanares, and he'll come across the timeline on the right wing. Kicks it over to Morrow. Into the corner it goes to Garcia. Right side, Garcia puts it on the floor, back to Manzanares. Now he'll swing it back over here to Frazier. Frazier into the left side. Morrow drives down the baseline, lays it up off the backboard, no good. Coming out of there with the rebound, Barola. He'll get it to Mestis, and they'll set up their offense as he calls out the play that coach gave him. Comes across timeline, swings it over to Barola. Barola down underneath, Mestis cut, and he goes up left-handed and scores. Nice take there by the Goddard Rockets. Nice pass from Barola to a cutting Mestis, Isaiah Mestis, the junior. Scored on the left side, 4-2 Goddard, 4:43 and counting here. As Manzanares gets it into the corner to Garcia on the right side. Almost has it taken away. Goes back up top to Manzanares. He'll swing it over to the left side. Morrow back to Manzanares on the right wing to Garcia. Garcia turns, hands it back to Manzanares. A little 10-footer goes over the backboard, no good. Tipped. Coming out of there with it is number 12, Mestis. He drives up the right side, then slows it down, gets it out to Barola, top of the key. Swing it over to Barncastle. Barncastle to Sanchez. Sanchez drives, kicks it. Barola with it, now into the corner. Barncastle for 3 on the left side, and he hits nothing but the bottom of the net. 7-2 Goddard, 4:02 and counting. As Manzanares will come across the timeline. Coming out to meet him is Isaiah Mestis. Manzanares into the corner. Frazier with the 3, and he hits it. So 3 for 3 there one end and then the other end. The score 7-5, 3:42 and counting. Barncastle with the ball, picked up out there by Mazanatis. He puts it on the floor. I was going to say he got away with the carry. He started to pass it, and then the cut wasn't where he was going to throw it, and he turned it back over, so the carry call. Checking in for the Rockets is number 2, Philip Lopez, and number 35, Aiden Luck. And on the other side checking in was number 13, and I don't have his name on my roster. They get it to Garcia, swing it over to the left side. Frazier for 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Chasing that down was Goddard's Luck. On to the left side, it goes to number 50, Mesquita, who also checked in for Goddard. He works his way over there on the left side. Picked up by Morrow. Luck back to Sanchez. Now Sanchez, Barncastle. Lopez out top. Oh, and he almost threw it away. They get it to Mesquita on the left side. They'll just reset here. Mesquita picked up by Morrow. Into the lane, kicks to the corner. 3-point shot up. It's going to be too long. Garcia with the rebound for the Hilltoppers. Then the ball is knocked out of bounds. And it will be Goddard basketball. Good pressure defense there by Philip Lopez, the senior for the Rockets. So keying it in. Well, they don't have any, but there he goes. Mesquita steps back to key it in. Right side baseline. Right underneath, shot up, good, and one. So cutting on that backside was Joaquin Sanchez, the junior guard. He scores. The foul on Zachary Morrow. And the score 9-5 is checking in for Barncastle is number 30, and that's Jose Porras for the Rockets. So 9-5 Rockets, 2:43 to go here in the first period. Joby Hodling here with you, KSVPTV.com. Shot is up, no good. Goes out of bounds, and it will be white basketball, they say, so it'll be Los Alamos. Keying it in will be Frazier. Goddard putting on some pressure here. They get it back to Frazier after the inbound. He gets it ahead to Morrow. Now down the floor it goes to Gartz. He's back out top to Morrow on the right side. Back to Gartz in the corner. Goes down the baseline. Tries to bounce pass it to Garcia. It's stolen away by Luck. And he hands it off to Lopez. Lopez across the timeline, swings it over quickly to Mesquita. Back out top they go, Sanchez. To Mesquita on the right wing. Goes down the right baseline. He'll kick it. And the three-point shot by Porras is up, no good. Garcia goes up high, tips it out, and he'll get it back to Morrow. And Morrow will bring it across the timeline down in the corner. Gartz for 3 on the right side, off the rim, no good. Luck pulls down the rebound, gets it to Mesquita. He'll go up the right side. Backs it up, kicks it outside to Lopez. Lopez over to the left side to Mesquita. Now to Luck. Luck swing it over to the right side. Porras back out top. Sanchez drives in, and he'll put up a little runner, no good. Diego Garcia with another rebound. He'll get it to Frazier, who gets it to Morrow, and he'll walk across as he gets his coach's play called. Morrow to the left side, goes around a screen from Garcia. Now into the lane he goes, kicks it over to number 13. His three-point shot is up and no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. Checking in for after these shots, and actually going to get 3 shots. A couple of Hilltoppers up down by the bench, or by the scores table, I should say, waiting to check in. First free throw is up and good for number 13. Second shot, a little bit long. So 1 for 2 as number 10 and number 21 on the other side, 23 and 33. So Lovato and Herring check in. And for the Rockets, Castillo. And I said the number, but then that free throw was out, no good, but they said that they crossed the line. So get to shoot again. So I'm trying to see, was it 23? I thought he was already in. For the Rockets, I know that number 33 checked in, Castillo. I guess Jose Porras. All right, so the shot is up, and this time is good, so that getting in early didn't help the Rockets any. Lopez, bounce pass ahead to Mesquita. Mesquita drives into the lane on the right side, throws it up no good, but the rebound on the backside up and in by Josiah Castillo, the junior, 6'3" junior, scores, and the Rockets now lead by 4, 11-7 with 1:02 and counting to go here in the first period. They get through. Gartz with the basketball, gets it back out, and going to drive in. Number 13 puts up a little 15-footer from the elbow, right side. It goes down. 13-7. We're under a minute here in the first period as Lopez slowed it down. He gets it over to Mesquita. He'll call out a play. Coming out on him is number 13. He's going to drive and kick. Lopez over to the left side, and they're going to call a travel on Castillo. Got his feet moving too quick before he put the ball down is what the official said, so the travel. Checking back into the ball game is Frazier, and taking a seat and taking a break. Uh, 11-9. Okay. My camera person, I guess I said the score wrong. It's 11-9. Shot is blocked down there by Barola. He'll get the ball ahead to Castillo. Now they swing it over to Lopez, do the Rockets. We're down to 18 seconds, so they're looking to take the final shot, and a timeout going to be taken, I think, by Goddard. So they're going to talk about it with 18.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter, first period. It's 11-9. The Rockets leading the Los Alamos Hilltoppers. All right, so coming out of this timeout, 18.3 seconds on the clock here, and Pam, my camera woman, told me that they had put the score on the wrong one, so when I said 13-7, that's what it showed on the up there, but then she poked me and looked back and they changed it, so it's 11-9 Goddard. Mesquita, they get it in, and it's stolen away. Coming out of there with it was Herring. He gets it ahead to Morrow. He goes up on the left side and scores, and that ties it up. We're down to 9 seconds. As Barola pushes it up the floor, gets to Lopez. Lopez turned with only 3 seconds to go. He's in the corner. Barola goes by. But he loses the ball, and that's going to end the first period. All tied up, 11-11 after 1 here on KSVPTV.com. And we want to thank some of our sponsors that help us bring this to you. And I know we've got folks probably obviously Goddard fans and also Los Alamos fans tuning in here. Some of our sponsors include Amigo Machinery, Kubota dealer here there in Roswell, Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Candlewood Sweets, CVE, Dion's Pizza, E&MU Portales, and E&MU R, Farmers Country Markets, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, Game Day, Uncle Suds, Moppin' and Brown Dentistry, National Furniture Liquidators, Pecos Valley Equipment, John Deere, Plateau, Premier Chiropractic, Richland Dodge, Richland GM, Roswell Honda, Roswell Hyundai, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Thank you to our sponsors. We're able to bring this to you free. You don't have to pay. We're not behind a paywall. Thanks for tuning in. Los Alamos and Goddard here in the North-South Shootout. 11-11 as we start period number 2. And it'll be Los Alamos basketball. Morrow comes to the left side, picked up by Lopez. Now he spins, goes back to the right side. Going to kick it over to Frazier. Frazier on the left wing. Hands it off to number 13. Now back out top. Going to skip pass back over to Frazier. Back out top, he goes to Morrow. Morrow picked up out there by Lopez. And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Los Alamos Hilltoppers coach. He wants to talk about it. It looked like they were in kind of a 2-3 zone, but stretching out on the ball were the Goddard Rockets. Tomorrow, we'll be back here, Pam and I. And we'll have the Bulldog game as well as the Goddard game. And I'm looking back at our schedule so I don't tell you wrong. I got to the wrong place. Now I got to the right spot. So tomorrow morning, and I'm still scrolling to find, well, shoot. Here it is. I'm finally going to look at it, I think. Tomorrow morning at 10:30, Taos versus Goddard, and then at 1:30, Artesia versus Los Alamos. So we'll be back here on KSVPTV.com. All right, so Morrow takes it across the timeline, goes by Lopez, goes into the lane. He is partially stripped, kicks it to the left side, and there's a swish from Lan Frazier, the junior, for Los Alamos. Buries the three. Lopez across the timeline, picked up out there by Morrow. Swings it as Los Alamos really putting pressure on, but boy, driving through this Mesquita and has it turned over, and then they're going to turn it right back over as chasing the ball down for the Rockets was Jose Porras, the 6'1" sophomore. Lopez, he calling for a travel, picked up his dribble, and then had already taken a step. So the turnover, as it'll be Los Alamos basketball, leading 14-11 over the Goddard Rockets here in the second period with 7:04 to go. 56 seconds have come off here in the second period. All right, Morrow goes across timeline. He's on the right side, goes over to Frazier. They're in a 2-3 zone, are the Rockets, which they got into a while ago. Down the left baseline, they kick it out to Morrow. Now Frazier with the basketball. He's going to skip pass over to Frazier. Now he's going to skip pass all the way over the Goddard bench. So turnover on Los Alamos as that ball was way too high. It was intended for Zachary Morrow, the senior. But that went over everybody's heads. All right, so Goddard with the ball. Jose Porras will key it in. Kyle Mesquita bringing the ball across the timeline. He crosses on the right side. Hands it off. Mestis with the ball. He drives all the way in. His shot partially blocked. Coming down with a rebound is Herring. He'll hand it off to Morrow, and Los Alamos back in the offensive possession as he crosses the timeline. Swing it over to the right side to number 13. He puts it on the floor. And then he'll get it to Frazier as Goddard are back in a man-to-man defense here, or maybe they're in a 2-2-1 zone, 2-2-1. I can't quite tell right now. Morrow with the basketball, goes to the elbow to Herring, back out to Morrow, tries to drive. Yeah, they're in their 2-3 zone. Frazier goes into the right side. He throws up the shot. He is going to be fouled, and I think, we'll see, but I think they called that on Porras. They do. That's going to be the first foul on him and the first team foul here in the second period. So at the line, Lan Frazier, he is a junior forward. His shot up and good. And that takes the score to, right now, they got the score wrong. It says 41-15. And they're going to fix it. So 15 to 11. Second shot is up, no good. Bringing down the rebound was Eli Barncastle. He'll hand it off to Kyle Mesquita. He looks over at coach, gets the play. Morrow coming out on him. Now he drives, kicks it over to the corner. Down underneath it goes, Barncastle. But number 21 for Los Alamos, Moses Ward. Well, I've been saying Herring. There's two number 21s. I didn't make it down there. I was trying to figure out how to get everything hooked up here, and I didn't go down to look at the scores book. So if I'm getting names wrong, folks, I apologize. That's what's on Max Preps. All right, so Los Alamos gets the rebound on a missed shot by Goddard down the floor, and they're going to call a double dribble on Morrow. So it'll be back to Goddard. As checking in for the Rockets is Joaquin Sanchez, and Mesquita will get a break. Isaiah Mestis comes across the timeline, goes to the left side. He's going to hand it off to Barncastle. He spins back to Mestis. His three-point shot is off the back of the rim, no good. But he follows, gets his own rebound, and then it's stripped away as he tries to go up. Herring tried to get the ball. Number 13 comes out of there with it, and he gets it to number 5, Morrow, and they'll slow it down here with the 15-11 lead. Goes to Herring. He goes away from him, but chasing it down was Gartz back outside to Morrow. Morrow picked up out there by Mestis. Now to Gatz, back to Morrow. Gartz, sorry, back to Morrow. Swing it over to the corner. The three-point shot is up and good for number 4, Lan Frazier. And it's now 18-11 Los Alamos. Mestis comes across the timeline. It's going to be taken away. Up the left side, and Gartz goes up and scores and one as he's knocked to the floor by number 12, Isaiah Mestis. So Eddie Gartz, the senior guard, will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. And the lead has been extended to 9. This one can get them to a double-digit lead, which would be the biggest lead of the ball game. Goddard will take a timeout. 4:30 to go here in the first half. Hilltoppers 20, Rockets 11. All right, we're coming out of that timeout. The Hilltoppers leading the Rockets 20-11, and we're going to shoot the and one as Eddie Gartz will line up to do that. Right now, Goddard with 2 team fouls here in the second period. Los Alamos yet to foul. Three-point play is good as Gartz knocks it down. Checking back in is Garcia for Herring, and on the other side, checking into the ball game is Loya. And he'll come in for Castillo for the Rockets. And now putting on some pressure. They do steal it away. Gartz with a little runner puts it up and in, 22-12. Goddard gets it in. Barola up the left side, goes right up and under, no good. Coming down there with the rebound is Frazier, and then he is fouled. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball, so Barola ties him up quickly. And it will be Los Alamos basketball on the possession arrow. Well, wait a minute. It's going to be Goddard. So Mestis will key it in. Left side baseline for the Rockets as he gets the ball handed to him by Mr. Official. Looking. He gets it. Oh, it's going to be over the head of Barola. Coming out of there with it is Frazier. He'll dribble up the floor as Mestis all over him. Goes over to the right side to Morrow, and Morrow picked up by Barola. Swing it over to Gartz. Gartz on the left wing beyond the three-point line. Out top he goes to number 13. He'll swing it over to Morrow on the right wing. Now he'll go back out top as coach was calling out a play. Morrow, and it goes through the hands of number 13 and out of bounds. Turnover, Hilltoppers. So Goddard basketball. Barncastle gets it into Isaiah Mestis, and he'll take a look over at coach and then bring the ball up. Crosses the timeline, goes to the right side. Barola out top to Luck. Swing it over. Now Barola on the block and then gets it to number 1. He kicks it outside. They swing it around. Barola on the left wing. He's going to spin, go down on the baseline to Barncastle. He'll back it back out. Sanchez, Barola. Barola waves over to the left side. Sanchez, Mestis, left wing. Picked up out there by Morrow. Comes back out top, resets. Gonna go to Luck, swing it over to Barncastle. Barncastle underneath the back cut. But good defense over there. And then there's gonna be a foul as stepping kind of up and underneath was Isaiah Mestis. And that foul called on Zachary Morrow. So Mestis with some crafty move there, kind of spun back underneath and was able to get up and under Morrow. First free throw up and no good. Checking back into the ball game. Or checking in for the first time actually is number 2, Calvin Cisneros. Checks in for number 13. Shot is up and good this time, so 1 for 2 at the line. Cisneros with the basketball. Cisneros working. The scoreboard shows 23-13, but my wife Pam said that's not the right score. Gartz for 3. Nobody came out on him, but it gets away, bounces off the rim Barncastle gets the rebound. He'll push it ahead to Sanchez up the left side. Now back to Mestis. At top to Luck. Luck back cut. Barncastle goes in on the left side. He goes up and down. Bucket is good, and Barncastle, Eli Barncastle, the 6'2" junior for the Goddard Rockets, will step up for, again, the old-fashioned three-point play. And now she says it's right. So she's keeping score while she's filming, I guess. 23-14 is our score. Three-point play is good, 23-15. So an 8-point lead. Murrow back to Frazier. Frazier back to Morrow. Back to Frazier, working against this half-court trap. He's going to get it ahead to Gartz. Gartz on the right side. Picks up his dribble, back outside to Morrow. He'll drive in on the right side, kick it. Cisneros drives. He's going to put up a 15-footer. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Coming out of there with the rebound is Sanchez, and he'll get it to Mestis, who will bring it up the floor. Cisneros picks him up, goes over to Barola. Barola back to Mestis. Boy, nice back cut there as he just went right by. As soon as he passed it, really wasn't, it was not so much a back cut, but nice job there and good pass, and the bucket is good. So 23-17 as Goddard fights back in. They were down by as many as 12 and now down by 6 with 1:54 to go here in the first half. 23-17, Los Alamos with the lead. All right, 1:54 to go here in the first half. It's 23-17. Hilltoppers over the Rockets, but Rockets putting on some pressure. They get it into Morrow. Back to Frazier. Back to Morrow. They're going to work their way across. Back to Frazier. Bounce pass ahead to Cisneros. It's taken away. Coming out of there with it is Luck, Aiden Luck. He'll turn and bounce pass it back to Barncastle. Now to Mestis, working against Gartz. Going to go over to the left side. Barola, Barncastle, Luck. Luck out top. Going to go back to Mestis on the left wing. Gartz on him. Gets it out to Barola. Barola looks at the three. Doesn't take it. Spins into the lane. Puts up a little runner. It's off the rim. No good. And Morrow gets the rebound for the Hilltoppers. Cisneros will bring it across the timeline. Mestis waiting on him. Working around outside. Goes to the elbow. Garcia turns around. Makes the bucket. Nobody on him. So when he turned, nobody was there. He puts up a little, about a 14-footer, and it rolls around and goes down, 25-17. To the right side to Barola. He'll spin away, shoot a three. It's going to be in and out, no good. And once again, there is Frazier with another rebound. He'll get it to Morrow, and he'll hand it back to Calvin Cisneros, the junior guard. Comes across the timeline on the right side. Now he'll come to the left, hand it off to Morrow. Zachary Morrow to Gartz. Run a little three-man weave out top. Cisneros. Hand it back to Morrow. They'll back up. We're down to 31 seconds. Gartz. Hand it off to Cisneros. Out near midcourt as he travels to the left side. Goes into the lane. He's going to stop and kick. Morrow doesn't take the three. Kicks it over to Frazier. Frazier drives. Gets it to Garcia. Kick it back out to Cisneros. He steps back. Goes over to Gartz. He's going to shoot the three. It's going to be short. And Luck gets the rebound. 7 seconds to go. They're going to get it ahead. It's going to be tipped, and Gartz comes away with it. He's got 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and he's going to drive and then step up and shoot. Oh, and it almost went at the buzzer, but it did rim out. So 25-17 at the half here with the Los Alamos Hilltoppers leading the Goddard Rockets. Go back to tomorrow's action. We'll have the Bulldogs from Artesia as well as the Rockets from Goddard tomorrow. In the morning, it'll be 10:30-ish as the JV will play before them, but Taos Tigers and the Goddard Rockets will be right here on KSVPTV.com on the Goddard channel. And then at 1:30, the Artesia Bulldogs and this team, the Los Alamos Hilltoppers. So this north-south shootout started, I think, 3 years ago. I think this is, let's see, 1, 2, this may be the third year. And a couple of years ago, it started out in Artesia. Coach Michael Mondragon kind of helped put this thing together, and his idea was a good one. he said that, you know, what we should do. He's talking to the northern districts, and he said let's have 3 teams from a district come from 2 different districts, both 4A, meet up, and every other year we'll rotate to the north and then rotate to the south the next year, and then also rotate gyms in that district. And although the 3 teams up here or down here in Lovington from up north are not from the same district, they agreed to do it. So the Bulldogs 2 years ago hosted at the Pit in Artesia, and then last year Taos hosted, and this year we're back south and Lovington is hosting. So next year it'll be one of the other 2 schools from up north hosting, and then as you can see how it's going to go. But they playing, you know, Artesia, for example, will play all 3 northern schools, and all 3 northern schools play Artesia, and they'll all play Goddard, and they'll all play Lovington. And so they get 3 great games against opponents that they otherwise probably wouldn't see until the playoffs. So it's just a good gauge in the same classification, 4A. Good gauge for these clubs, and also good for seeding when it comes, you know, toward the end of the year. I mean, you got to win. You need to win your district to make sure you're in, but then all of these wins or losses add up, especially in your own classification. So it's good for the teams from the north to get to travel south during the season, play 4A teams, and the same vice versa for these 3 teams from the south. On the off year, they travel up north, and they're getting to play these teams that, like I said, otherwise maybe not see them during the year until the playoffs. So that's what we got going on here. The other great thing about it is the JVs all get to go as well. So a lot of basketball action here in Lovington. Yesterday, because of the snow and the rain and the sleet and all the frozen roads and everything, the games were canceled. So the team's only going to get 2 games apiece, but still a good deal for all the teams, including the JVs. All right, we got about 7 minutes or so until halftime is over, and we take off in the 3rd period. So keep it right here, KSVPTV.com. Goddard channel as the Goddard Rockets and the Los Alamos Hilltoppers in action. The Hilltoppers, the home team here at Lovington's basketball gymnasium, they lead 25-17 over your Goddard Rockets.
Joaquin someone from leaving? Is not in the parking spot and needs to be moved, please. The white Dodge Durango. Thank you.
Welcome back here to Lovington, New Mexico. Joby Hodling on the call. My wife Pam on the camera. Glad to be here to bring you the Goddard Rockets and the Los Alamos Hilltoppers as we get ready to start the second half. 22 seconds clicking off here. Both teams on the floor. Looks like Cisneros, Gartz, Garcia, Morrow, and Frazier for the Hilltoppers. It looks like the starting five back on the floor for the Rockets. You get it down to Garcia in the lane. He's going to spin, kick it back out. Three-point shot up, no good for Frazier. Coming down with that rebound was Isaiah Mestis. He gets it ahead to Barola. Back to Mestis. They go underneath. Mestis, nice back cut. He is fouled. Ball comes out of the front of the rim, so it doesn't go, but he'll get to shoot two. And they're going to call that foul on number 5, Zachary Morrow. That's his fourth. Oh, I thought it was his third, but they put a 4 up there. First team foul here in the second half. Shot up and no good for Mestis. Checking into the ball game is number 13, and Zachary Morrow will get a break. Shot up, no good. And they'll get the ball to Cisneros. Back it goes. Goddard takes it away. Going up and scoring is number 5, Joaquin Sanchez. Goddard within 6 now, 25-19. As Cisneros back up, and that's going to be a travel called. Checking back into the ball game is Morrow. Goddard with the basketball. They get it to Loya. Loya now down to Barola on the left side. He'll go up and score and one. He's fouled, and that's going to be called on Gartz. So the foul called on number 13. That is his. Well, actually, they called it on Gartz. So his first and the team's second free throw is good. Morrow back to Frazier. Frazier back to Morrow. Back to Frazier, working against his trap. They're going to go down to Gartz on the right side. He's going to go pump fake, put it up and in on the right side, just off the block. 27-22, back to a 5-point lead. Barola has a tip, but Mestis gets it. 13 working on Mestis. He's going to go down to the left side. Kick it outside to Mestis, over to Barola. Barola picked up by Gartz on the right wing. Pushes off. That's going to be an offensive foul. So that's going to be the first on number 23, Ezekiel Barola. Checking in for him is number 50, Kyle Mesquita. All right, so it'll be Morrow to bring the ball down. Swing it over to the right side. Now they get it down on the block, kick it back to Guards. His three-point shot is up and good. So he buries another one. I think that's his third. 30 to 22. Back to an 8-point lead. Mesquita down the floor quickly. Garcia waiting on him. He's going to go underneath the basket, kick it outside, swing it over to the right side. Barncastle for three, and he answers. Eli Barncastle, the 6'2" junior, buries it. 30 to 25. Back to a 5-point lead for the Hilltoppers. They're going to go back and forth against this. Now they get it down to number 13 on the left side. He'll kick it back outside into the corner. Morrow drives, and he is going to be pushed, so a foul on the floor. They're calling that on Bruce Loya, and that is his first, the team's second. As and Aiden Luck checks back in. Loya will get a break, and it'll be Hilltopper basketball. Left baseline, Morrow to key it in to number 13. He's going to put it on the floor, kick it outside to Frazier. His three-point shot is good, and he buries it from the left wing. That's NBA-type shot there. Goddard gets the ball in, 33-25. Luck cross court to Mesquita. Gets it to Mestis. He'll get it across the timeline. He's going to be trapped over there for a minute, but he gets it ahead. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Goddard. 33-25. The Hilltoppers lead the Rockets. We've seen some three-pointers here. 2 in the third period for the Hilltoppers, 1 for Goddard. And the score is 8-point difference, 33-25. Hilltoppers over the Rockets. Be back after this timeout. All right, they're back in after the timeout. 5:18 to go here in the third period. 8-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Mesquita will key it in across the court. Gets it into Mestis. Mestis picked up out there quickly. He goes to the left side to Luck. Luck gets it to Mesquita. Tries to go to Luck again, and it's going to be out of bounds off of the Goddard Rockets, the official says. So a turnover back to the Hilltoppers. Frazier to key it in to Morrow. Morrow back to Frazier. Back to Morrow. One dribble, back to Frazier. He'll dribble it once. Back to Morrow. He's working away across. Picks up his dribble. Gets it down on the right side. Gartz tries to go underneath to Garcia. He goes off of a rocket and out of bounds. So it'll be, Hilltopper basketball. Over on the left side baseline as Zachary Morrow will key it in. Looking, going to go outside. Frazier drives in, gets it to Morrow on the left side. He goes up and he's fouled, and they're going to call that, I think, on Aiden Luck. Yeah, it is on Luck, so that's his first, I believe. Oh, nope, that's his second and the team's third. So 3 team fouls right now on Goddard, 2 on Los Alamos. That ball rolls around and falls. Hits the front end. Does Zachary Morrow. 34-25. He can stretch it back to a double-digit lead here with this free throw. Shot is up, and the shot is good. So 35-25. Checking in is Dylan Lovato for Garcia for the Hilltoppers. Barncastle to Luck. Gets it ahead to Mestis. Mestis swing it back over to Barncastle across the timeline. Back to Mestis. Mestis holding the ball. Man-to-man defense here by the Hilltoppers. Luck with the basketball. Swing it over to Barncastle. Barncastle down to Mesquita. Kicks it to the corner. Pump fakes. Goes underneath. It's going to be Barncastle come out of there with it. Gets it back to Kyle Mesquita. And he's dribbling around on the right side. Zachary Morrow on him. Luck. Swing it to Barncastle. Barncastle looking to go underneath. Gets it to Sanchez. Sanchez back to Mesquita. Picked up out there by Morrow. So Los Alamos doing a good job on all these cuts and screens, keeping the Rockets from able to get an easy layup. Messis to, and he's going to go to the right side. He'll go up, miss the layup, but crashing the board, fighting for it, but it's going to go out of bounds off of number 10, Dylan Lovato. So crashing that board, causing that, was Aiden Luck, because it looked like it was going to be a Hilltopper rebound, but Luck gets it and forces the pressure, and they end up stepping on the line. All right, Barola had checked back in. Luck on the right side, swings it over to Barncastle. Barncastle outside to Barola. His three-point shot is off the front side of the rim, and Gartz comes out of there with it, and they're going to call him for a travel before he got that pass away. So turnover back to the Goddard Rockets. Hilltoppers leading Goddard 35-25 with 3:34 to go here in the third period. Mestis will key it in on the right side baseline. Going to go out to the right side to Barola. Sanchez back to Mestis. He's going to go into the lane, throws up a little layup. It does not go. And Zachary Morrow with the rebound. Working it around on the left side to Frazier. Frazier, Gartz underneath on the left baseline. Back to Frazier. His three-point shot off, no good. Goddard comes out of there with it. Sanchez, he'll get it to Mestis. Mestis pushes it up the right side. Swing it over to Barola. Barola on the left side. He'll bounce it. He'll pull it back. Now go over to the right side to Sanchez. Sanchez, Barncastle. Barncastle to Luck. Luck gets it down in the post. The shot is up, no good. Long rebound is going to come down, and coming out of there with it will be the Hilltoppers. Number 13 drives up the right side. Luck cuts him off. Bounce pass to Frazier, and then Frazier tries to go it underneath. It's going to be a turnover. Try to get it to Lovato down in the post, but it's a turnover. Checking in for the Rockets, number 30, Jose Porras, and Eli Barncastle will get a break. So Goddard basketball. Porras gets it in to Isaiah Mestis, and he'll bring it across the timeline with 2:25 to go here in the third period. He'll go to the left side. Barola back to Mestis, and boy, they got away with one there. Number 10, Dylan Lovato, kind of got a hold of Mestis, kind of pulled him, but the officials didn't see that, or at least they didn't see it the way I saw it. So the ball's turned over. Frazier going to get it up ahead to Gartz. Gartz dribbles one time, picks up his dribble. Now he's going to go to number 13. And then we're going to have a timeout taken by Los Alamos, leading 35-25. Kind of been a couple of minutes here with no scoring since they got to this 10-point lead. Neither club has scored. So right now our score, Los Alamos 35, Goddard 25. And we do have a 1-minute timeout here in the third period. All right, 2:08 to go here in the third period. It'll be Hilltopper basketball as number 33, Eddie Gartz, will key it in. Gets it into Zachary Morrow on the right wing. Picks up his dribble, and then there's going to be a foul away from the play, and they're going to call that offensive on number 13 of the Hilltoppers. So Goddard basketball. Jose Porras gets it into Isaiah Mestis, and Goddard will come down and set up an offense here. Bounce pass to Luck on the right elbow. Outside to Porras. Into the corner it goes to Sanchez. Sanchez gets it back to Mestis. Mestis swings it over to Barola. Left side, wing. Los Alamos working this man-to-man defense. They get it to Sanchez. Porras gets it to Luck. Luck will get it to Mestis, and Goddard will try something new. Number 13 hounding Mestis. Luck to Barola, who cut. He'll go up, and the ball comes out, but he is fouled. The little spin move in the center of the lane went up, and he's fouled, so he will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul called on Dylan Lavato for the Hilltoppers, and that'll be their 4th team foul with 1:21 to go here in the 3rd period. Shot is up, rolls off the front, off to the right, no good. So the score remains 35-25. We've been stuck at the score for a little bit, as Garcia will check back into the ball game for number 10, Dylan Lavato. All right, so Barola back with the second half of his free throws. Missed the first one. Second one is up, and this time is nothing but the bottom of the net. So it'll be Hilltopper basketball. Number 13 back to Frazier. Back to 13, Frazier. Just going to move it down the court. They get it ahead tomorrow, but the Goddard Rockets take it away. Barola got a hand on it, and Porras got it, and then got it back to Sanchez. Sanchez to Barola. Back out top to Mestis. Mestis on the right side goes, kicks it over to the corner. Barola puts it on the floor. He'll step back. Back to Mestis. And he'll dribble. Staying on that right wing. Now he gets in on the elbow. Hands it back off to Porras. Driving around that corner. He'll get it out to Luck. Luck swings it over to the left side. Barola goes in the lane. Hop step. It's tipped away from him. He kicks it to Luck. Swing it. Driving down that right side, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. They're calling that on Diego Garcia. Let's see how many that is on him. That's a 4th team foul. They got it on the wrong side. It is confusing, I have to admit. You're looking up at the scoreboard, it says Wildcats and Visitor. And they fixed it, so it's the first on Garcia. .43 seconds to go here in the 3rd period. It's 35-26. That shot is off the front of the rim, no good. As Jose Porras will get another shot at it, second half of his 2 free throws. So Goddard has scored 1 point here, and it's been a while, and Hilltoppers haven't scored one. Now they've scored 2. 35. Well, they didn't put it there. They did finally put a point up there. Hilltoppers, number 13. And it's going to be taken away again. Barola gets it ahead to Mestis. He'll go up and score. So 4 points now. Get him back within 6, 35-29. This little half-court trap has worked 2-3 times in a row, and they've scored 4 points off of it. 13 drives in on the right side. He'll go up and score. Nice take there. 37-29. We're down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Mestis drives forward quickly. He'll put up the shot. It's blocked from behind, and that'll end it 37-29. The Los Alamos Hilltoppers leading the Goddard Rockets at the end of 3. So we'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back for the 4th and final period, barring a tie ball game. Joby Hodling here on KSVPTV.com, Goddard basketball. We'll be back. Goddard basketball as we start the 4th, going right to left on your radio dial, which I know you're watching it, so. All right, kick it over to the corner. Now outside, Barola back to the corner. Sanchez drives, kicks it, and going in on the right side, putting it up no good. but gets his own rebound as Jose Porras, and he will be fouled. I'm thinking they're calling that on, yeah, they did, on Frazier. That's his first. So Goddard basketball. Mestis will key it in on the left side baseline. Looking, gets it. Oh, and it goes through the hands, but getting it back was the Goddard Rockets. And the three-point shot in and out, no good for Sanchez, and then a foul. Oh, no foul call, just the ball off of a Goddard Rocket. Morrow working against this trap, goes back to Frazier. Frazier's going to go over the top to Gartz. Gartz covers the ball, gets it to Morrow, swing it over to 13. Back to Morrow. Garcia on the elbow, right side. Dribbles, kicks it over to the right side to Gartz. Now back outside to Morrow, swings it to number 13. He's fouled, and that's going to be on Barola. That'll be the first team foul here in the fourth period. And the second on Ezekiel Barola. All right, Morrow on the outside right, picked up out there by Isaiah Mestis. Swing it over to number 13. Goes around the screen, picks up his dribble, gets it back over to Morrow. Morrow goes around the screen. He goes in the left side, kicks it to 13 for three. No good, but the three-point foul. That'll put number 13 on the line to shoot him. Leading 37-29, can go back up by double digits with these three free throws. Just needs to make two of them to do so. As Eli Barncastle gets up, getting ready to check in for the Rockets. First one is up and good. 38-29. And Luck, oh, well, he can't come in yet because it's three-point shot. Three shots. Got to wait till the second one. It's good as well, so a 10-point lead, 39-29 for the Hilltoppers. And now they're saying come on in, so Barncastle will come in. Luck will get a break. Also coming in on the other side is Herring, and Garcia will get a break. Shot is up. This one's no good. Barola will get the rebound for the Rockets. So the 10-point lead, 6:45 and counting. Mestis back to Barola. Now they're extending out. There's going to be a foul on the floor, and they're calling that on number 13 of the Hilltoppers. That'll be the second team foul here in the fourth period. And I'm waiting to see if they'll put it up on the board. They still haven't. Barola kicks it over to Mestis. Into the corner it goes to Barncastle. He's going to throw it back, and that's going to be, it's touched in, so they're going to say backcourt. I thought maybe a Hilltopper touched it, but they're saying they did not. So 6:32 to go, and it's a turnover on the Rockets. Garcia will check back in for number 21, Herring. Gartz to key it in. They're going to go into the backcourt tomorrow. And Barola pressing up on him. Morrow working his way, gets across the timeline. Garcia sets the screen to the right. Now Morrow going. He tried to go to Garcia. Goes to Gartz. He goes to the baseline, right side, bounce pass to Garcia. His shot up, no good. And coming down with the rebound will be the Goddard Rockets. As Porras had to jump out of bounds to tip it back in. Gets it to Mestis. Now up the floor to Barola on the left side. He's going to pull up about a 10-footer. It's off the rim, no good. Great block out over there for Frazier. And they're going to call that foul on Barncastle. By the way, that was the second foul a while ago on number 13. First foul on Barncastle. Morrow with the ball in the backcourt. Picked up back there by Sanchez. Sanchez reached in, no foul call. Reached in again, this time they call it. They didn't let him get away with it twice. And that'll be the fourth team foul on the Rockets. And the first on Sanchez. With 5:57 to go, Gartz into Morrow. Barola. Nobody covered him. He went all the way into the lane. Nope, everybody cleared out. And he scores easily, 41-29 Los Alamos. Barola to Mestis. He goes through the middle. He'll go up left-handed. His shot is, well, I think they got his arm. They might have got a little bit of the ball, but a foul called. So Isaiah Mestis will go to the line to shoot two, and they're calling that on Garcia. Diego Garcia, the junior center for the Hilltoppers. His second and the team's third. 5:42 to go. Shot up. It rolls around and is good for number 12, Isaiah Mestis. Checking in for Barncastle will be number 44, Bruce Loya, for the Rockets. Mestis' second shot is up and good. 41-31. Back down to a 10-point lead as they get it in. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Barola, so it'll still be a Hilltopper basketball. But working hard down there is Barola and Mestis. Just working against this, bringing it back and forth, the passing. Now across the timeline, right side, he's going to skip it over to Garcia. Garcia hands it off. Long three-point shot is nothing but the bottom of the net for number 4, Land Frazier. I think that's his second. Boy, buried it. 44-31, Hilltoppers, 5:18 and counting. Mestis swings over to the right side to Sanchez. Back to Mestis, over to Barola on the left wing. Picked up by Gartz. His three-point shot up no good. And coming down there with the rebound is Zachary Morrow, the senior, for the Hilltoppers. He goes by Barola. Goes into the lane, kicks it. Gartz for three. Off the rim, no good. But number 13 will chase it down and get the long rebound for the offense. Frazier with the basketball, picked up by Barola. Goes around the screen, bounce, tried to do the pick and roll, but Goddard gets it back. And coming down the floor is Isaiah Mestis. He's going to drive in the right side. Stop, pull back. 15-footer is good. Mestis knocks it down on the right elbow. 44-33, 11-point lead now for the Hilltoppers. As again, they're going to work their way down against this half-court trap. Get it down the floor to Gartz. Back to Morrow. Morrow bounce pass over to Frazier. Frazier drives in on the left side, puts up a runner. It's short, no good. And coming out of there with the ball is Loya. Up ahead quickly to Porras on the left side. Back to Mestis. His three-point shot is going to be no good. And there he is again. Zachary Morrow, the senior. Boy, he's had a good game for the Hilltoppers. He's all over the place, played good defense. He's playing good at the guard position, bringing the ball down. He's shot decently. And he gets it across timeline, handed off to Gartz as we go under 4 minutes. Frazier drives, and he's fouled. And I think they're going to call that on Jose Porras. We'll see. That is who they call it on. So that's going to be the 5th team foul. 2 shots here. And that was the first on, well, they put it on the wrong side again. Now they got it back over there. It's his second foul. All right, so at the line to shoot 2 is Land Frazier, the junior from Los Alamos. Shot is up and rolls around and falls out. Coming into the ball game for the Rockets, number 2 and number 3, that's Philip Lopez and Blade Andreas. And also coming in, number 45, Dominic DeLeon. And for the Hilltoppers, Herring checked back in. Shot is up, and this time is good. 45-33, 12-point lead. As Frazier got the 1 of 2 there from the line. Lopez comes across. Nope, I'm sorry. That's Lopez comes across the timeline. They're going to throw it over, try to get it to him. It goes out of bounds. Turnover Goddard. 3:43 to go here in the ball game, and we're going to have a sub. Garcia checks back in for Herring on the Hilltopper side of things. Morrow picked up in the backcourt by Lopez. They get it ahead to Gartz. Now he's going to bounce past it to Frazier. Frazier on the right side has it tipped away, but it'll remain Hilltopper basketball. So right over in front of their bench, Gartz will key it in for the Hilltoppers. He'll get it into Morrow. Morrow out top, picked up out there by Andreas. Nope, I'm sorry, by Sanchez. Just working it around on the up top again. Here's Morrow. Hands it off to Frazier. He'll drive in. Shot up no good. And then it's going to be out of bounds off of Frazier. So he went out of bounds in the shot. He tried to come back in, help and get that rebound, but he was still on the out of bound line when he touched it. Goddard basketball. Philip Lopez, the senior, comes across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Gets it to Sanchez. Sanchez on the left baseline. He'll turn, get it outside to Mestis. Mestis will back it out. Now he goes in the lane, goes over the right side. Lopez for three, and he hits the bottom of the net, and a timeout taken by the Goddard Rockets. So 30-second timeout taken, 45-36. Goddard gets within single digits with that three-pointer from Lopez from the right corner. 2:47 to go here in the ball game. Stay right here, KSVPTV.com, the Goddard Rocket channel. Joby Hodling on the call with my lovely wife, Pam Hodling, filming for us. Tomorrow morning, 10:30, we'll be back here in Lovington as Goddard will be playing in the 10:30 game, taking on the Taos Tigers. It'll be 10:30-ish because Goddard JV and Taos JV will play first, and then around 10:30 the two varsity clubs will come out, and then immediately following that game it'll be the Artesia JV playing Los Alamos JV, and then around 1:30 the Artesia Bulldogs playing the Los Alamos Hilltoppers, who are playing right now. Artesia won earlier today as they played Belen, and they won 72-56 over the Belen Eagles. All right, so it's Los Alamos ball with 2:47 to go and a 9-point lead. Frazier in tomorrow, back to Frazier, working against this trap. Back and forth they go. They've been doing it quite a bit. Now they get it down to Gartz. Gartz will hold the ball back out to Morrow. Back to Gartz. He's wide open for a three, but he's not going to take it. Gets it on the right elbow to Garcia. Back out to Gartz. Frazier. Goddard chasing. Gartz. He'll drive in on the left side. Now to the right side. Kick it outside to number 13. As Goddard giving chase. They got him trapped, and there's going to be a foul. Oh, nope, a timeout taken. So Los Alamos head coach calls the timeout with 2:13 to go in the ball game. 45-36. The Hilltoppers by 9. Hilltopper basketball coming out of the timeout, and they don't have the time on there. Now they do, as the officials started before the timeout had run out, but they got it going. 2:07 and counting. Gart's going to hand it off to Frazier. Back over to Morrow. Goddard running at him, and now a foul going to be called, and that's going to put, well, they were already in the double bonus, so Morrow will go to the line, and they call that on, well, I missed. They called it on number 4, I think, Frazier. I mean, not on Los Alamos. Who did they call it on? I guess on number 3, Andres. First shot, no good. So the score remains 45-36. Zachary Morrow back ready to go. Shot is up. Shot is off the rim, no good. Number 13 fought for it, but coming out of there with it is Sanchez. Gets it over to Mestis. He drives up the floor. Pulls back, now goes to the right side, goes off his knee and out of bounds, so it'll be turnover back to the Hilltoppers as we're under 2 minutes. Cisneros checks in for the big man, Diego Garcia, for the Hilltoppers. Half-court trap, Morrow to Frazier, back to Morrow, get it ahead to Cisneros, bounce back to Frazier. Skip pass over to Gartz. He'll go back out top as we get down to minute 33, 32 and counting. Cisneros spins away from trouble. Now he's trapped. Gets it over to the corner and flying in, laying it up and in is number 4, Lan Frazier. Back to an 11-point lead as Lopez comes across the timeline for the Rockets, goes over to the corner. 3-point shot is put up by Andres, no good. Gartz there for the rebound. Gets it to Morrow. They get it ahead to Frazier. Cisneros pounding them. Morrow skip it over to the corner. Gartz back outside. Frazier kicks it over to Cisneros. Morrow back over to Gartz, wide open for three. He'll drive in, kick it as we're under a minute, a 47-36 lead. Frazier on the right side, and they're finally going to foul him, so that'll put Frazier on the line, and that foul's going to be called on Blade Andreas. With 44.79 seconds to go here in the ball game. Shot is up, and the shot is good, 48-36, as Garcia checks back in for the Hilltoppers. Cisneros will get a break. Frazier ready to go, and Goddard stepped in too soon. He missed it, but he'll get to shoot it again, as Blade Andreas stepped into the lane before the shot. So Land Frazier steps up again for a redo, and this time he's good. 49-36. Mestis. Lopez goes into the right side. He's going to kick it to the right side baseline. Shot up and no good. I thought it was going to fall for the and one, but it did not. So going to the line to shoot two will be Joaquin Sanchez for the Rockets. That foul called on number 33, Eddie Gartz. That was his second and the fourth team foul. First shot up and good for Sanchez. 49-37, 12-point lead with 31.12 seconds to go in the ball game. He spins the ball to Sanchez. Shot up, it rolls around and falls. Garcia pulls down the rebound. Gets it to Frazier. Tomorrow, hounded in the backcourt by by Lopez. Gets it ahead to Garcia, and then he is hacked. So Garcia will go to the line to shoot two. They call that on number 45, Dominic DeLeon of the Goddard Rockets. Diego Garcia will line up, the junior center. Will shoot two with 19.51 seconds. First one's off the front of the rim, no good. So the second half of his free throws is up, and this time it's good. But said he stepped over the line too soon, so wave it off. Score remains 49-37, 12-point lead. As Lopez will dribble it across the timeline. We're down to 15 seconds. Goes around the screen on the right side, backs it up. Now he drives in. Throws up a left-handed runner, no good. Gartz pulls down the rebound. Stolen away from him, and they're going to call a jump ball. So it'll be Los Alamos basketball with 4.5 seconds. This game all over but the crying. 49-37. Los Alamos going to get the win. We'll see what the final score is. Ball is in, and that will wrap it up as Los Alamos wins the ball game. The final score, 49-37. Thanks for tuning in here on KSVPTV.com. Remember, tomorrow we're going to have the Rockets game once again as they will round out their now two-game series. They fall to Los Alamos, but tomorrow morning we'll be playing Taos. So at 9 o'clock, the JVs will play, Taos and Goddard, and then we'll have the varsity game, Taos versus Goddard at 10:30. And then in the afternoon matchup, Artesia will play Los Alamos at approximately 1:30. That will be on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. On behalf of my wife, Pamela, this is Joby Hodling saying I hope you have a great Friday night and a great weekend. We'll be back here in Lovington tomorrow. If you can't make it live, then join us right here on KSVPTV.com. See you then.